As we age, we slip softly from one country to another, and what began in innocence led down a path littered with betrayals and smelly compromises. Charles Péguy understood how it happens. After defending Alfred Dreyfus, he found himself allied to unscrupulous and opportunistic politicians. "Everything begins in mystique and ends in politics," he wrote. But the dreams of our youth never quite die, and without quite knowing it, we continue to yearn for something we had lost along the way, and that is purity. For Americans, purity is a dream of Republican virtue, a shining city on a hill free from baseness and corruption and peopled by secret romantics who are hard on the outside and soft on the inside. Our heroes aren't kings or princes, but common folk, the knights errant of the dusty trail and mean streets in search of their private grail. When surrounded by cynics, they keep their integrity, like John Wayne in Stagecoach and Humphrey Bogart in Casablanca. Like them, our country was touched by grace. We knew there was something special about America, that this was the country of the Declaration of Independence, of equality and liberty, where lingering injustices are in time corrected. We were the country of the American dream, the idea that whoever you are, wherever you came from, you can flourish and know that your children will have it better than you did. In any struggle, we'd always be on the right and winning side. That was how we used to see America. In the 1930s, the U.S. Communist Party spied on us for Russia, but party leader Earl Browder was constrained to say that communism is 20th century Americanism. Protesters took to the streets but told us that that was how we began as a country and assured us that dissent was true patriotism. After struggling to rid ourselves of the legacy of racism, we came at last to understand that Republican virtue calls for love of country, and that love of country requires that our government advance the common good without discrimination. More recently, however, the left has made love of country seem indecent and Republican virtue a fraud. Every patriotic instinct was scorned and every sacred institution mocked. Our pathways crumbled beneath our feet, and we peered dizzily down unfathomable depths. The ivresse des grandes profondeurs. Everything you loved is dirty, said the left. On the right, the madness was paid back with interest by the millions of Americans who even now think that Trump won the 2020 election, and by reactionaries who blame the country's ills on the founders' liberalism. In a national apostasy, extremists on both left and right abandoned our liberal heritage. We have come to a dead end, and will not see a way back except through a recovery of the mystique of American purity and the Republican virtue of the founders and the GOP's great leaders, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, and Dwight Eisenhower, and the content they gave to our idea of the common good. That is the party's task, and in embracing it, the Republicans will restore the American dream and become the country's natural governing party.